Hi folks, hope you're doing well. It's just gone 1:30 on the 15th of July 2020. This is a short video on Man United summer transfers. Again, every year it's the same thing. 20 players coming to United, and then one player comes. That's it. It's a player that nobody thinks he was going. Yeah, every year, every summer indeed. It's Jadon Sancho this summer. Last summer it was Sancho and Bruno who were going to come to United, and that was from day one to the very last day. People, they're definitely going to sign Sancho. They're definitely going to sign Bruno. Did they sign either? No. They only signed Bruno in January because Pogba was injured. Man United is being run by moneymen, not footballmen. So chances that they're going to get the right people for the club is incredibly slim, as a history of doing that is incredibly poor. So they will probably go and get Sancho this summer. They probably will, because I don't think Sancho fits. Look at United's front three. Either one of those players can play on the right, in the centre, or on the left. Sancho does not fit into that in any way, shape, or form. So he does not fit into that way of playing for the front three, so therefore he won't be playing there. Or he shouldn't be playing there. More the point. Would he be able to do what Bruno or Pogba does? No idea. He's not been doing that so far, as I know. He's been playing on the right side of attack. Now, again, he could do that for United, but then if he was playing, the attack would be not the same at all. Rigid now. Because obviously the players on the left and the centre can go to left or centre. So obviously he's knackered. Because he can only play on the right, really. He's not a central forward. So you can't play in the centre, you can't play on the left. So, well, that's as far as we're aware at the moment. Maybe he can. Maybe he can. I don't know, but to me, it screams again of Di Maria and Depay and that sort of player, where United bring in players that are good players, but just not suitable for the way United want to play. Because the front three United have got at the moment are very similar front three to that. Not as good. Let's make that point. But similar in nature to when United have Ronaldo, Rooney, and Tevez up front, where they could interchange, where they were flexible and their movement was more fluid. Either one of them could play up top or in number 10. The same as now. Like in some of the games, we had Greenwood on the left and on the right. He's been scoring from the left and the right in the same game. Because he can move around, he can play on the left or the right or in the centre. So that's the way they seem to be playing. So putting someone in there who's a bit more rigid, is that going to help? I don't think so. I don't think, and the amount of money that they're asking for, again, that's because he's young and he's English. Guarantee, if he was a German player, even young, if it was Alfie Haaland and United were after him, I wouldn't imagine that Dortmund would be expecting 110 million. Because he's not English. So if you're going to pay over the top for someone who's English, then you should only really do that if you need more English players in your squad. And I don't think United necessarily do. Yeah, if you're going to get rid of Lingard and Jones, then bring another English player in. But if you're looking at Grealish as well, again, does Grealish fit? I don't think so. I mean, how does Grealish fit? He's another person that, fake Mark Goldbridge is pushing, saying United are going to get him. Again, why? Why on earth would United be going for Grealish? Because, as I said, Grealish, and it's to me, I could be wrong on the issue. Oh, very possibly, I could be wrong on that issue. I'm not going to try and pretend that I'm an expert on Grealish because I'm not. I haven't seen him play that much. But when I have seen him play, he doesn't come across as a Pogba or Bruno. He doesn't come across as a Matic or Kante or that sort of player. Now, therefore, why would he be needed? Because again, United are playing this system at the moment where they've got two attacking midfielders, ideally in their first 11. This is their first 11. Two attacking midfielders, one defensive midfielder. Right, and that's been working. Didn't work so well in the Southampton game, but it's been working up to now. It's been giving more freedom to the attackers to attack. Defensively, they've looked weak, but that's because you've got Maguire and Lindelof, who really are not great. Not great at all. There wasn't a lot of teams trying to get Lindelof or Maguire. There was only United. There wasn't a massive bidding war for those players, which means that really they're not that good because nobody else really wanted them. So that's not great. So yeah, defensively a bit weak. How to do that? I don't know. I would certainly say the wing backs are going to have to be rotated because the wing backs should be getting forward and getting back. They've got to get back to help the defence, but they've got to also get forward to help to give some width for the attack as well. So I would say, rest them. One game play, one game rest. So you've got Delo who could come in. Because at the moment, if Delo comes in for Wan-Bissaka, if Wan-Bissaka is too far forward when the other team attacks, and Shaw is too far forward, then why not have Shaw and Wan-Bissaka 1 week, one game, and then Williams and Delo the next? Because they've got to be bombing forward, give 100% in that game. Get forward, get back, get forward, get back, get forward, get back. Therefore, you rest for the next game because you need it. Or just have them do it for half, and then for the next half, have the other two come on and bomb forward and get back. The next half, that'd be easier. They have to do it for 90 minutes because they've got to strengthen the defense. Buying Koulibaly would be a good move. I don't care. As I said, I don't care that he's 28, 29. He's probably at the height of his career right now, at the height of his ability. He's learned pretty much everything he's going to learn. He should become better as he gets older and tactically wiser as he slows down a bit. But at the moment, he's going to be cool. He would be a good player to get. He'd be able to command that defence. And like the game against Southampton, Maguire should have been the one coming for that ball that came in. He should have charged through every player to get that ball out. Difference between 3 points and 1 point at a crucial point of the season where you're trying to get top 4 to get European football. He should have made that ball his. Going through every player is in his way to get that ball. No mucking around at all. Now, United need a defender like Vidic, really, who's going to do that. Who's going to die for the club every game. I thought Bailly was that player. I still think he is, but I think Bailly, he's a little bit too reckless, possibly. A lot of people think he's really too reckless. I mean, to me, I don't think so. A little bit too reckless. I think he's got a mistake in him, which he just needs to focus his attention. Just needs to stay on his feet, focus his attention. He reads the game brilliantly well, and he's fast. He's very quick. So having him partner Maguire would be far, far better. Because Lindelof is slow, he's weak. He's reading the game, it's okay, but not by. So I would personally play them two, at least for the rest of the season. But there you go. So yeah, transfers, they may get a defender. There's a lot of talk about Grealish, Sancho, and a defender, possibly. But there's going to be hundreds of players linked to United. Happens every year. There's a thing on Twitter. United report, Jadon Sancho is set to return to the red half of Manchester for 110 million this summer, or for a little less next year. Right, so that saga is likely to continue next year. No. If you're going to get him, just get him. Jesus, get him. If you see him as a crucial part of United becoming a contender for the title, then go and get him. If he's not a crucial part for that, don't get him at all. Do your deals. Amber. Sorry, Amber's just scratched herself. She's got a collar on. Shh. Quiet down. So yeah. That saga as it could continue. It's quite possible in January United are going to buy Sancho. Yeah. Like they did with Bruno, especially get him in the summer. They've made no attempt to get him at all in the summer. And it comes to January and then, we should get Bruno. Yeah, they probably would have paid less if they ever got him in the summer. But that's what happens when you run by money men, not football men. They don't understand football. They don't understand the football needs. As I said, you've got a young manager with young coaches and there's no director of football. So who really is experienced enough to be calling the shots at that club? In the football side? No one. I wouldn't trust any of them there. And certainly people credit Ollie for bringing in Bruno. Ollie didn't bring in Bruno. Ed Woodward did. So sorry, you can't credit Ollie for that. Ollie may have said to Woodward, we need someone like Bruno. Because Pogba's out. We need that creativity in midfield because we're really, really struggling here for that. With Pogba missing. But put it this way, if Ollie was such a good football man, then he would have told Woodward, get rid of Lingard, get rid of Herrera, get rid of Jones, get rid of Mata. These people are being paid huge amounts of money and they're not doing a job. They're not part of the future of the club. So get rid of them. Well, clearly, last January and last summer, none of those players left. The players that left only left on loan deals, not actual sold deals. So again, really, really poor. And Smalling left on a loan deal. And the worst defender we got, Jones, stayed. So again, quite stupid, really. United are in for quite a hard season. We get Maguire, yes. But really, our second best defender is either Lindelof or Smalling. But let Smalling go out on loan for a season. Crazy business. Get rid of the right players. You've got to get rid of the players that aren't part of the future and bring the right players in if you stand a chance. But as I say, as a club, the club have to be willing to spend a fortune. Sorry, that was a phone call coming in. Right, back now. Anyway. Well, as I said before, I think in this window, if United to be considered as challengers, they need to bring in about 9 players. Well, because they need to get rid of 5 or 6. Yeah, you need 2 or 3 top quality players. To take the squad or take the team from top 4 possible to top 1 possible. But then you need 5 or 6 really good squad players who can come in, and when a player's injured, they can come in and you won't notice that much of a difference. With the first team player gone, the sub should be at least playing in a similar style to that player who's missing, who's out now. And the problem is United don't have that, which means that the first 11 is crucial that they don't get injured or any red cards or anything like that, because if they do, then United are in trouble. Because the subs bench is really, really under par. Quite poor indeed. So, I think at the moment they're unlikely to do so. I think with Edward Wood in charge, they are highly unlikely to bring in enough players. I mean, in this window, I'd say Liverpool have just won the league. With Liverpool just won the league and Liverpool looking good enough to overtake Man United's title-winning record, United are either going to whimper away and say we're not interested in challenging Liverpool or stopping that, or they're going to challenge. So in this window, for them to even be considered as challenging, they need to bring in 5 players. 5 players. And 3 of those being top players. At least 5 players. So I don't think they will. I just don't think they will. You see, 3 top players and then 2 players who are just a little bit below those top players. But not that much. So I don't think they're going to do it. They need to do it. They should do it. They have to do it if we're going to be considered as contenders or serious contenders. But I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, the Glazers who own United, they have a history of never willing to put in what it takes to get their teams back to the top again. So I would suspect it to be the same here, really. Time will tell. They could prove me wrong. Do I think they will? No. But keep an eye on the window. Don't keep an eye on the rumours, but just at the end. At the end of the window, have a look and see what they did. Because if they try coming out with statements, it's hard to sign people. It is if you're incompetent at signing people. If you're not incompetent and you know what you're doing, then it's not actually that difficult to get the signatures through. Other teams do it perfectly well. United always use that as an excuse. It's a rubbish excuse. It's a complete BS excuse. You're incompetent. That's why it's difficult to sign players. Stop being incompetent. Get the right people in the club to have the club function as it should do. Anyway, that'll do for now. You take care. God bless, and I will speak to you soon. Bye-bye.